Hey there, guys. So, something very exciting and terrifying happened over this past Labor Day weekend. The exciting thing is that Spilt Milk Productions slipped over the 10,000 subscriber mark. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for helping the channel get to where it is today. When I first started this channel, I never really thought it would take off as much as it did. And in my mind, 10,000 subscribers at that time always just seemed like sort of a pie in the sky goal for a regional fishing channel that had a very specific focus primarily on kayak fishing, kokanee fishing, and more recently ice fishing when I moved into the inland Northwest. But the terrifying thing that happened is I wanted to do something to celebrate the 10,000 mark, and I knew it was coming. But on Sunday night before Labor Day, a massive fire broke out near Omak and swept south towards my house. And by the time I got up in the morning, there was the entire eastern side of my house, eastern front, from north to south, was just a massive wall of smoke and flame, and it was coming towards our house. By mid-afternoon, we were on evac level 2, which is basically be ready to go. And later on that afternoon, the fire jumped the river, the Columbia River, which that means there was nothing between us and the fire. So we were evacuated at level 3, told basically get out, and ended up throwing a bunch of my valuables and such in the car in the last minute, and all my chickens and things like that, everything went in the cars with us, and we evacuated to Pateros. The fire actually even encroached upon Pateros that night, but luckily the winds died down. But we had no idea if our house was still standing. There were some pretty horrifying videos posted from Bridgeport, which just looked like hell on earth. We woke up in the morning and we heard from somebody who was out, who drove by our house and confirmed that it was still standing. So we decided to go back because the winds had died down and the fire was behaving a lot less aggressively. It was more a moderate fire action. But for the next 3 days, the fire burned to about a half mile to 3/4 mile away, south and west of us. And so we had no power, no running water. We knew that any moment if the winds kicked up, we could be in real trouble. But for most of the week, I just stayed up, got up every few hours during the night and made sure the fire was still burning on the distant hillside and the sagebrush and pines, and hadn't really moved out onto the flats where I live. But unfortunately on Friday evening, the winds kicked up again. There was just a massive firestorm. A lot of people in Brewster were looking out towards the Bridgeport bar where I live, and they could just see a massive wall of flames. And the fire did spot out onto the bar a little bit. But thanks to the work of firefighters and cutting fire lines and some sudden changes in the wind, they were fortunately able to maintain that fire and keep it from moving out onto the bar and threatening our home. So basically, I had a whole week where I was just super stressed out all the time, and was really worried about my home and my property. But otherwise, we were safe the entire time, and I'm really grateful to all the people that fought that fire, the firefighters, the law enforcement, public utilities that got our power and water restored and internet restored by Saturday. So we were only without power for about 5 or 6 days, which isn't bad considering how devastating these fires were. It ended up burning 400,000 acres in less than a week, and it burned entirely around our house. If you look at a map and where it burned, there's just a little tiny blip in there where it didn't burn, and that's where I live. So I feel very fortunate for that. But it did take away from my opportunity to put together a nice video to reach out to you guys and say thank you for getting me to 10,000 subscribers. This last fall, I really doubled down on the channel. I upgraded my camera equipment with generous donations from my subscribers. that camera is one that improved audio quality, so it allowed me to go out and film in windier conditions. It also has image stability, which really improved the quality of the video. And I noticed a lot of you really responded positively to that change when I upgraded the camera equipment. So I'm gonna run another small fundraiser for the channel. I do make a modest amount of money off of the Google AdSense and through the hyperlinks below, and I really appreciate people shopping through those hyperlinks. But I don't make a ton of money. A lot of times I'm just trying to get the channel to the point where it covers its expenses. It's not quite there, but it's getting there, and I really appreciate that. But I'd like to add another camera of the same quality to give me some versatility in shots and also serve as a backup. Additionally, one of the things that I struggle most with as a filmmaker is I tend to fish alone a lot, and it makes it very hard for me to give you guys the sense of the place. One of the things I love sharing with you is just the natural beauty of the areas that I get to fish in, and that's very hard to do when you're just doing this one-on-one. So I would really like to add a small drone to my video camera arsenal. So this fundraiser is going to be just to fund those two things: the addition of the camera and the mini drone. And if I can reach those goals, I might push a stretch goal and then use some of those funds to maybe do a really cool filming project. Like next year, I would really love to go and do some kokanee fishing in Utah or Wyoming at Flaming Gorge and go after some more giant trophy cokes, or maybe chase some other trophy kokanee fisheries. But for now, I just really want to get that camera equipment upgraded more so I can bring you guys more into the experience and connect you better with the experience and make it more enjoyable for you. So I will put a link to that below. Now, as a way of me saying thank you to you, I'm going to do a giveaway of a bunch of different things to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. So I'm going to be giving away 4 different things. You don't have to give money to be eligible. Just put in the comments below what item you want to be in the drawings for. So the first thing I'm going to give away is I'm going to give away a Old Town Lure Angler PFD. That's like $150 value. I only have one. It's in a small, medium size. It's the same gray here. It's a great kayak fishing PFD. So if you're about my size or a little smaller, this would be the perfect PFD for you. I'm 5'7", 5'8", and about 160 pounds. So if you want to get your hands on one of these awesome PFDs, just put below that you want the PFD. I'm also going to give away 10 pre-tied kokanee microshrimp rigs. So if you want opportunity to get those, put microshrimp below. I'll give away 5 blob flies. So I did a video on these, and people were really excited by those blob flies. You can fish them on a fly rod, you can fish them on a spin rod. It doesn't really matter. So if you want the blob flies, put those below. And then I'm going to do like a mystery fishing lure package. I've got a whole bunch of different lures that I could put together. I'm going to put together like $100 value lure package. So if you're interested in the lure package, just put the lure package below. So there you go. I really appreciate your support. I'll put that GoFundMe link below, and I really appreciate you helping out in helping keeping this channel going and help it moving forward and growing in terms of content, in terms of the technology that I have in order to bring you out onto the water with me. That's a big deal, and it means so much to me. And I just love being able to connect with you guys in the comments below. And when I go out on the water, I run into you guys all the time. You're always like, oh, Spilt Milt, I love your videos. I just love that. I mean, that is what I live for. And it just makes my day. Like, I just love coming out here and seeing you guys catching fish. So be sure to comment below on which prize package you want to be put in the drawing for. I'll give it a week or so, and then I'll do drawings and give away those prizes. And be sure and hit like, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time out on the water. Bye.